Lying northeast of Vietnam's capital city, Bắc Giang province is favorably located for sharing trade and development with the key economic triangle of Hanoi, Haiphong, Quảng Ninh. This advantage is bound to attract investors involved in Vietnam's industrialization and modernization program. Straddling National Highway 1A, Vietnam's principal transportation artery, Bắc Giang is just 50 kilometers from the capital city of Hanoi and Nội Bài International Airport. The province is about 100 kilometers south of Hữu Nghị Quán border gate, the largest economic border gate between Vietnam and China. It is about the same distance from the ports of Haiphong and Cái Lân in Quảng Ninh province. Bắc Giang's abundant transportation system includes roads, railways and waterways. Infrastructure investment has built or upgraded many roads, including National Highway 1A, new inter-district routes and dozens of new bridges, including Sương Giang, Mỹ Độ, Lục Nam, Vat and Bù Hạ have been built, saving driving time and transportation costs between Bắc Giang and nearby economic centers. Comprising three distinct terrains, Delta Lowland, Midlands and a mountainous region, Bắc Giang is endowed with some rich assets, including land, minerals and an abundant labor force, of which its large area of undeveloped land is its main attraction to investors. Bắc Giang province occupies an area of over 382,000 hectares, of which 127,000 hectares are farm and agricultural land, and 136,000 hectares are forest land. The province can easily accommodate the 4,000 to 5,000 hectares that have been zoned for service industrial parks and new urban areas near the main routes and key economic centers. Bắc Giang's climate and soil conditions are more suited to cultivating food crops, industrial crops, fruit trees, and agricultural materials for processing than most other regions. Producing nearly 600,000 tons of fruit crops annually, Bắc Giang has a well-developed farm economy. Its 4,000 farms cover an area of nearly 50,000 hectares. The province has become the biggest supplier of fruits in northern Vietnam. Its output of lychee, custard apple, pineapple, and other fruits totals 250,000 tons. The annual output of lychee alone accounts for 180,000 to 200,000 tons. Bắc Giang also possesses rich forests and minerals. Production forests cover 84,000 hectares. The annual output of timber is 3 to 3.5 million cubic meters. The remaining of 52,000 hectares are protected forest and special use forest, giving Bắc Giang a strong potential for ecotourism. In terms of minerals, Bắc Giang has many kinds of ores such as clay ore, kaolin, gold, copper, baryte and coal. These mineral resources would enable the province to develop a robust manufacturing sector. Bắc Giang's population of 1.55 million people includes a workforce of over 1 million. This is a strength and potential in terms of manpower in the province. In order to meet the demand for human resources by new factories being built in the province, Bắc Giang has been investing in vocational schools, vocational training centers and facilities to support vocational training. Its system of 78 vocational schools and training centers are preparing thousands of skilled, disciplined workers to work effectively in a modern industrial production environment. addition to a convenient transportation system, Bakzang has developed a telecommunications network providing internet, cable television, and telephone lines to all 230 communes and districts of the province. The electrical grid system has been upgraded and connected to every commune and district to supply enough electricity for industrial production in every locality. In recent years, Bakzang has designed policies to attract outside investors, and these efforts have already seen results in fields through assurances and guarantees by the local authorities and the friendliness and cooperation of local businesses and agencies. Bakzang has created a favorable and attractive investment environment for investors. The province has seen rapid changes in its economic development strategy, with many incentives for enterprises, including stability in land use, transparency, and information access, streamlined government regulations, proactive leadership by the provincial authority, and a rapidly growing skilled labor force. Many projects have drawn domestic investment, such as the project to expand the productivity of the hard protein and chemical factory to 480,000 tons per year, which involved investment capital of nearly $400 million. The 100 megawatt Luknam thermoelectric factory with an investment of $122 million, and the 800 beds general hospital with an investment capital of about $60 million are two more examples. Determined to make itself a province of industry and service, Bakzang has persisted in its efforts to create an attractive and favorable investment environment, carrying out administrative reform to create a one-door mechanism to rapidly resolve all work related to investment procedures. Apart from assuring production side, road network, water and electricity supply for production, as well as for investors' personal use, the Management Board of Industrial Parks has also paid attention to the following issues. First, administrative procedures are simplified in line with the one-door mechanism. Investors will be provided with information on planning, investment promotion preferential policies, and investment documents. Investors will be granted investment certificates at the Management Board of Industrial Parks 3 days after all required documents are submitted. Second, human resources are guaranteed to meet the investors' requirements in terms of both quantity and quality. Third, we promise to provide high-quality telecommunication service with a high-speed internet transmission line. There are now 5 industrial parks in Bakzang province, namely Đình Chám, Song Khê Nội Hoàng, Quang Châu, Vân Trung and Việt Hàn. Đình Chám and Song Khê Nội Hoàng attracted a great deal of investment from many enterprises when they came to Bakzang, because the infrastructure there has been basically completed, making it possible for enterprises to deploy their businesses rapidly, covering an area of more than 300 hectares. Those 2 industrial parks have nearly 100 licensed projects, with a total registered capital of around 2 trillion Vietnamese dong, more than $65.8 million. Many enterprises have set up production activities there. Products for export include packaging, plastics, footwear, medical equipment, and garments. Enjoying a favorable investment environment, abundant skilled workers, and low production costs, many investors have continued to expand their production, increasing in both size and number of foreign invested enterprises in various fields, including electronics, garments, plastics, and agriculture and forest products. We are a clothing company from South Korea, While doing business in Bắc Giang, we have received great support from the municipal and provincial authorities as well as from commerce agencies, especially in regard to taxation. Regarding human resources, the workers here are very skilled and qualified for garment and textile production for export. Quang Châu Industrial Park is one of the largest in northern Vietnam, occupying an area of nearly 500 hectares. Quang Châu Industrial Park is part of a complex of industrial parks featuring entertainment and recreation services with nearly 800 billion Vietnam dong invested in infrastructure. It can be said that Quang Châu Industrial Park has an extremely convenient geographic location, as it is only 30 kilometers from Hanoi and Nội Bài International Airport. Established later than other industrial parks, Quang Châu Industrial Park was able to learn lessons and inherit advantages in planning and synchronously developing infrastructure, meeting international standards such as roads, electricity, waters, high-speed information technology, and wastewater treatment. The industrial park will have 200,000 developed square meters available for rent or purchase within 10 years. Quang Châu Industrial Park promises to be a very attractive destination for investors in clean industries, high technology and engineering. The Văn Trung and Việt Hàn industrial parks have received the Prime Minister's construction approval and are aimed to welcome investors. Bắc Giang sits on its treasure of extremely rich historical and cultural resources, closely associated with Vietnam's spiritual life. These resources are ripe for research and discovery. The province has 341 registered historical and cultural relic sites and more than 500 annual festivals in and around the province. It is endowed with great natural beauty and a great potential for tourism development. Some of the prettiest spots are Suối Mỡ in Lục Nam District, Quân Thần Lake and Cầm Sơn Lake in Lục Ngạn District, and the Carol Primevera Forest in Sơn Động District. The fantastic potential of its land and people and its great aspiration for development make Bắc Giang, a corner of Vietnam, destined for success.